To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
Disneyland first opened its gates on July 17, 1955, with an amazing crowd of 28,000 people. It started and is still known as America's collective memory, and that the park will and always will be known for being the true American experience. The park's certain type of energy sparks the imagination and dreams of those who get to experience it. However, the Disney parks as a whole have changed drastically since the beginnings in the 1950s. There have been changes in anything related to entertainment, layout, and advertisements. To those born in the baby boomer era, these changes created a silent uproar. The specific generation is hesitant towards change and advancements because they are afraid they will lose a sense of nostalgia. The baby boomer era transpired between 1946 and 1964 during the construction and grand opening of the first park in Anaheim, California. Although those born in this time are tentative when it comes to change in the parks, the changes are what sparked the upsurge in profit for the Disney companies. The evolution of all Disney parks changed drastically throughout the years, anything from the guests to the attractions. In the baby boomer time period to now, the park has completely changed in regard to the ideals and traits in popular culture. An example of this is how the new attractions are more digital, this being because today's popular culture revolves around new technology advances. This is different from how the park provided entertainment in the 1950s, which revolved mostly around music and live entertainment. Not only this, but the Disney parks are altered depending on what is popular. For example, the Tower of Terror in Anaheim, California has recently been changed to Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout in regard to the sudden adoration in the Marvel Studios. Another example is the immense transformation of Paradise Pier to Pixar Pier, an extravagant destination with attractions and entertainment portraying Pixar movies. This sudden transformation was upsetting for many people, especially those born in the baby boomer era. Those born in this time period tend to be uncertain and annoyed by all the changes happening in the park. Ever since their beginnings, the Disney parks have always been known as popular culture, and that they are the most favored tourist destinations around the world. People save their hard-worked cash to experience these theme parks in person. Contradictory, it has come to the point in which young adults who can't afford it buy a season pass. It is apparent that those who buy season passes for the parks range from young adults to adults with children, with the adults staggering at an all-time high. This is odd because the young adults who can afford season passes typically don't have the time to attend the parks as much as they should. Adding to that, spending over $40 a month on a season pass is not worth it unless your attendance rate is more than once a month. Logically, this can only be possible for the young adults who have both a lot of money and free time. This is different from the 50s, in which those who typically went were the elderly and adults with children who could afford it. This leads to the fact that guests at Disneyland are far more different than what they used to be. As of today, the guests range from anywhere from infants to retired. Disney is a place for everyone. However, the majority of those who go today, being young adults, have different ideas as to why they go compared to the guests in the 50s. When Disneyland first opened its gates, guests went for pure enjoyment, theme attraction, family bonding, and to obviously have a good time. As much as this is similar to today's interpretation, those who go today have different ideas on why they went to attend. The first idea being that Disneyland is, of course, a huge popular culture. Obviously, Disneyland has always been the ideal vacation and place to go, but the use of social media tends to brainwash people that it is necessary to get a season pass. Furthermore, Instagram and other popular social media platforms display photographs and videos of people using their season pass to go to Disneyland often. By the use of persuasion and peer pressure, social media is attracting Generation Z, who typically can't afford it, to buy passes and post their appearance on social media. People now decide that it is important to go to Disneyland for the sheer fact that they need to fit in with today's popular culture. So instead of people who want to go because they like Disney but can't afford it, those who go are teens who are trying to fit in with the new norm. The main reason as to why undoubtedly no one can afford a ticket, let alone a season pass, is because of the extreme price. When it first opened, Disneyland entrance was $1 for adults and 50 cents for children. The rides themselves also costed money, about 25 cents for each attraction. This was still a bit pricey at the time being, but nothing compared to what it is now. A single day admission ticket is $149, and a season pass ranges from $400 to $1,000. It is highly unlikely that anybody can afford these passes so easily. It is hard to believe that with prices at an all-time high that the attendance rate is increasing day by day. The Washington Post explained how Disney parks left the middle class behind. Quote, "When Walt Disney World opened in Orlando Swamp in 1971, with its penny arcade and marching band parade down in Main Street, USA, admission for an adult cost $3.50, about as much as 3 gallons of milk." End quote. This fact not only relates to the early 70s, but today's day and age. There is one thing that has the power to influence people to spend their entire allowance on a Disneyland ticket. Social media is definitely what grants Disney its attendance and its money. Social media has the power to influence people to buy tickets, even if they are unaffordable. Because Disneyland is so popular and the ultimate travel destination according to social media, everyone decides that it is important to make sure that they go. The marketing for Disney relies on social media platforms, and the advertisement spectrum of Disney is what makes both the company and the parks themselves so desired. The ads for Disney gloss over the prices by using the entertainment and fun activities to lure in the audience. The truth and the ugly ticket prices are hidden underneath the glorified park entertainment. This is similar within all advertising systems, but especially in the Disney company. Reminders of ticket prices are not needed, so the advertisement systems tend to disregard that information to highlight the amazing opportunity that awaits guests. Quote, "It is exactly like a movie set, so when you dim the lights, you are also hiding some of the flaws." End quote. Taking a critical approach to this matter, money and money advertisement is what makes the Disney company, and specifically Disneyland itself, so popular. The advertisements persuade viewers to buy tickets by highlighting and emphasizing what everyone wants to see, such as food, entertainment, attractions, family bonding, etc. This, of course, is what all companies do. However, Disneyland doesn't mention the pricing range for tickets because they know it can take away from the desire to attend. Disney also owns a lot of sub-companies such as Pixar and Marvel, which can help highlight the unique fun and adventure in the parks. Disney owns and pays for multiple companies, therefore signaling its dominance in the entertainment industry. Audiences with likes and dislikes come together in this community because the spectrum is so diverse. This is why Disneyland and the Disney company are so powerful. Since Disney purchases all these small companies and displays them all over the parks, more people are drawn in and influenced to attend. The more companies Disney purchases, the more guests buy tickets. The advertising helps with this as well. If something new is happening at the parks, the news is immediately widespread and attracted to a wide variety of audiences. Quote, technological advances in communication allow friends and colleagues to forge personal connections over email, text, and Skype within seconds, thus enabling us to maintain network ties and even intimate relationships once limited by geographic distance. End quote. Social media is what contributes to Disneyland popularity. People see and desire what they hear from friends and see on popular social media, which has been stated earlier. This, in fact, is different from what it was when it first opened in the 50s. The advertisement system was broad, indicating that Disneyland is a place where friends and family get together, while online advertisements now highlight the new attractions and entertainment systems. However, without the important advertisements, the Disney parks would not get the attendance they have today. In conclusion, the Disney parks have changed dramatically since the first opening of Disneyland in 1955. Beginning as a small family vacation spot, the Disney parks expanded their horizon to create an ultimate yet expansive fantasy of dreams and imagination. The baby boomer time period, coincidentally when the first park opened, had the first experience with Disney as a whole. This being said, Disney changed the lives of those born in the time period because they brought and signaled the importance of family bondage, friends, imagination, and dreams. This is why the baby boomers have a tendency to dislike the new changes within the parks. However, these changes, whether good or bad, have impacted the Disney parks wonderfully. New and advanced entertainment systems take part in generating the amazing crowds that attend Disney parks every day. The Disney parks are the ultimate company when it comes to manufacturing and marketing. Their magnificent marketing strategies aid in help of their profits and guests in the park. The Disney company has always been a huge part of a lot of people's lives and will continue with that as long as they keep their specific strategies that keep the parks moving and continuing to thrive.